Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Plastic Empire Podcast. I'm Bill Singh.
I'm Pedro Rodriguez.
I'm Alan Kaplan.
So, what's up?
Well, my original intention was to talk about Deadpool, but since you gentlemen have not seen Deadpool, well, one of you has seen Deadpool as far as a bootleg version where you couldn't hear everything.
Don't let
But,
Disney hear. Don't
right.
let Fox hear.
Right. We'll have to edit that part out.
Fox is
But basically, we can't really talk about the movie per se, but we thought it would be a good idea to talk about a lot of the controversy around the fact that it's an R rating and the fact that now a lot of movie studios are looking at this and thinking, ooh, we should make everything R rated now.
And also, yeah, and the success, and that's why everybody wants to do it.
Exactly.
McFarlane just came out and said he's making that R-rated.
Yeah, I mean, McFarlane, he did say that his Spawn script was completed. It's going to be R-rated. There's already talk that Fox wants Wolverine 3 to be R-rated.
Yep.
And there's also talk that they want to do yet another Fantastic Four reboot, and they want that to be R-rated. So they're just going to R-rate everything.
And I am crossing my fingers we get a DC Warner Brothers Deathstroke R-rated.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's about time. It's pussy fucking...
Or Lobo.
Yeah, there you go.
But the thing about the R rating is that I think a lot of parents didn't take it seriously because, I mean, when I saw the movie, sitting in front of me were at least 6 or 7 kids who were like 7 years old, laughing their asses off. There were a couple of girls behind me sitting there as well, no parents in sight. So one of two things either happened. They either bought tickets to Kung Fu Panda and they snuck in, or the parents are just like, well, it's a Marvel superhero movie, we'll just leave them off. And, Bill, I know you and I disagree with this, but this was definitely a film that there is no way children should have been sitting through it.
I disagree. I think the pussification of this country right now, and the fact that everybody's the R rating. I've never seen so much chatter about an R rating on a movie in my life, and it's like I grew up as a kid, a little kid watching R-rated movies. I mean, I got a list I'll run off as this conversation goes on. Aliens, Conan the Barbarian, Porky's. I mean, as a kid, I watched all this stuff. I mean,
Bill,
I think
Bill,
I like you coming back to that.
Bill, you're forgetting one thing. Context. This is the first superhero movie, and according to the old people, remember, these ratings have been around for decades. All right, in Hollywood, when they first started way back in the day, they had everything. Nothing was censored, and then decided that the American public, because of the puritanical roots, needs to have everything censored. The thing is that superhero movies have never been R-rated and as successful as this. Okay, bottom line is they're finding out, and it's about time that the superhero movies and the audience has grown up. The people that are going the people that brought in all the money for Star Wars, adults. The people that went to most of the people that went to the Deadpool, except for Alan's Theater, adults. So I hear what you're saying, but the context is that the industry just couldn't believe. They were like, oh my God, how is this possible? You and I knew this was possible. We all knew that this was absolutely possible. You got a good script, you get a good director, you get a good cast. Of course it'll work, and it makes it entertaining and true to the source material,
Right.
and it makes it authentic.
Yeah, I just I just don't see the craze going on that I see. So many posts and this and that, and people saying, oh, don't let your kids see it. It's like I understand you don't want to let your kids see it, but
Bill, how many children do you have?
I have none. Yes, you're right.
That's why you're not an alien.
But even if I had kids, man, they'd be watching Walking Dead at 5 years old. Nightmare.
Here's the difference, though.
Everything. That's how I am, man. That's how.
Like The Walking Dead and a lot of the other movies you mentioned, they're very much in your face with either violence or raunchiness. The thing about Deadpool that made it very unique was that a lot of what made it R-rated was very much innuendo. And a lot of it was stuff that would really go over a kid's head, but it's still shocking. Like really, really ridiculously shocking for a superhero movie. It was beautiful.
But that's better than if a kid goes to see it, because then a lot of that might go over their head, but,
No. Let me see. No. Do me a favor. Never run your own preschool program.
All right, kids, we're showing RoboCop.
I have Walking Dead and Deadpool on cycle there.
Yeah, you'll have traumatized kids who are all going to sue you by the time they're 15.
They'll be pissing their beds and waking up at night screaming with night terrors.
I do want to say this, and this will not spoil anything about the movie. Up until this movie, in my mind, there were two films that I could think of that were a perfect translation from comics to film. Popeye 1980 with Robin Williams and Superman, Christopher Reeve. Bar none. This movie was perfect representation from comic to film. Perfect.
Okay. Oh,
This
that's good.
Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool.
But
is
we
Deadpool.
saw that in Wolverine Origins in the first half of the movie.
You know what?
And without the mask, we saw it. I knew that he was going to be good for it because it's Van Wilder on superhero steroids.
Love Van
Yeah.
Wilder.
But the
Great.
thing of it is that when you're seeing him as Deadpool and you're listening to him, it's like, again, Christopher Reeve is Superman, Robin Williams is Popeye, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
People were hating on Ryan Reynolds, and they're like, he's gonna ruin the movie.
Well, you know what? Because
I don't understand. He was perfect. He was one of the best things again in the first half of Wolverine Origins. When he comes off that elevator, when he's in the elevator with the other members of Project X, and then he walks out and and then he does the whole thing with the swords. His commentary, everything. I was like, damn, just get him in a suit. And it took this long, but you know what? Sometimes the best things are the things you wait for.
What's crazy is I didn't even know that was Deadpool until you had brought it up to me a while back. And
Because it really wasn't Deadpool. I mean, it was.
I mean, I'm so comic illiterate, you know. It's just
Well, there's an example of a movie that should have been R-rated, but because they made it PG-13, it took a lot of the heart and soul out of it, and it just ended up being really corny.
And, going back to Ryan Reynolds, I think a lot of the reason that people just assumed he was going to suck was because there are a lot of Ryan Reynolds movies that people just poo on. I mean, Green Lantern was terrible. I don't think that was Ryan Reynolds' fault. He's been in these other romantic comedies that people are just like, what the hell? I agree. I don't think he's that great in a lot of films. I believe that he's found his beat.
Alan, this is like Robert Downey Jr. finding Iron Man Tony Stark.
I agree. That is, yeah, you're right. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
I'm gonna catch a lot of shit for this, but I really don't think Ryan Reynolds is that bad. I mean, some of his romantic comedies have been funny. I didn't hate Green Lantern as much as the comic sphere does, but I'm not a comic guy. So.
Look, for me, Green Lantern was an amazing movie for 1996, even though it came out 12 years later. Okay, 15 years later. My thing about Ryan Reynolds, it's not that he's bad, it's that Ryan Reynolds is Van Wilder in every single movie he's in.
Van Wilder was fucking great, epic.
Yes, but when you're the same, his delivery, his shtick is the same in every movie. And I'm sorry, I am not going to sit through a romantic comedy with him and Sandra Bullock. I am not.
Okay. Point taken.
But I can't wait to see it. I'm trying to find somebody. I still want to go see it, man. I still want to see it in the theater.
You should. You totally should. It is absolutely the most unique movie I've probably seen in a very, very long time.
My all-time favorite X-Men is Colossus, and it seems like from the trailer they may have gotten him right.
They got Colossus down to the wire, I gotta say too, and that's a CGI character.
I just love the character himself. Like I've always been like the look of him, and he's always been one of the guys that I've been drawn to in the X-Men. I don't know the story per se, but he was pretty awesome in the movie.
He doesn't have that much of a great backstory, but it's just enough, and I like his personality. And again, nothing in the world looks cooler than a buffed up guy in metal with little stripes all over. Oh, dreamy.
He looked good.
Flat
He
top.
definitely looked good in the movie. I mean,
I can't wait to see him, and that's why I want to see him in the theater and not in some grainy, bootleg.
I'll see him in the theater too, just like Star Wars.
But Alan, I think our next subject is somewhat related to.
It is. It's funny you're talking about getting a lot of shit for something. I get a lot of shit for this, but this year, for those of us who want to feel shit old, is the 25th anniversary of X-Force #1. I know a lot of people think about X-Force #1, and they think it's like one of the darkest times in comics. It's crap. It's blah. It's Rob Liefeld.
There you
Here's
go.
the thing. My feeling is, to me, it was, despite what you may feel about Liefeld's art or any of the art of that era, it was an exciting time to be in comics. And it was an exciting time to go to a comic store and to see this on the racks and to pick it up and to look at the trading cards and just to be involved with that fever that was, Liefeld, McFarlane, Jim Lee, all that good stuff. So for me, I look at X-Force #1 as a time of happiness. And I was in a comic shop just around here in San Rafael. I happened to see a copy of it for $6. I figured, well, what the hell? Let me pick it up and let me open it here live on this podcast as like a time capsule, and we'll see what it looks like and see how it stands up today.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you hit on a couple. You hit on quite a few things there. I do think that it wasn't the darkest period of the '90s, but it was the beginning. Just before this, I thought there were two other issues that were way more monumental and still I feel have a little more weight today, which was Spider-Man #1, because it really cemented Tom McFarlane as the master, and also X-Men #1. It cemented Jim Lee. Now, what they all have in common is that there are a million copies everywhere, so they're worth about 10 cents a piece. Okay, because we bought a million of them. That X-Force right there had two versions. One version had a white UPC, okay, with 5 different cards. So you had to buy all 5. And then there was a black UPC with 5 different cards. And there may have been another color UPC.
Right.
Okay, so there might have been a third one or something like that. So I ended up with a stack about this many. Okay, it was very exciting. They were bagged. It was still relatively new, this bagging thing. I mean, this came after Amazing Spider-Man, but this one was a little more professional. This one came with a card. The way it was, as you guys saw, as you saw in the video, the way it was laid, how it's laid out. Layfield, we weren't tired of Layfield yet, but it was starting to set in, just starting to set in, because he was still huge, okay? But there was something dynamic. No matter how crappy the art was, there was something dynamic about it, and it really stood out from the stock Marvel art. And that's why the Jim Lees and Tom McFarlane and Rob Layfields were so huge. But I would say that what stood the test of time was Tom McFarlane's work and Jim Lee's. Layfield's did not age well.
Right.
So I don't have that connection with it, but seeing it and thinking about it reminds me of just the hysteria.
Yeah.
Absolute. This was the height of comics in the 90s. Okay? They hadn't started to go sour yet.
Right.
This was the height. This is when Marvel was printing not just comics, but money.
And it was only 1991, so that's the thing. It's like the 90s had barely even begun.
Yeah.
I agree with you about Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man #1 and Jim Lee's X-Men #1 having more significance for sure. I mean, the reason I'm kind of highlighting X-Force is twofold. Number one, this is what I happened to see in the shop. And number two, we actually missed the 25th anniversary of Spider-Man #1. That was last year. But also just thinking about with Deadpool and Cable, Cable's going to get now a lot of attention. He's already getting a lot of attention. Everywhere you see online, people are wondering who the hell he is.
And he's getting a really nice-looking Marvel Legends figure.
He is. He is. So.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's an X-Force, if there'll be an X-Force movie in the works.
Alan disagrees with that.
No. What do you mean?
The figure.
No. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of this joke that's in Deadpool, and I can't say it because you guys haven't seen the movie. But. No, there will be an X-Force film. That's pretty much been confirmed.
Yeah, but I will say that the X-Force film is probably going to be closer to the X-Force from the last 10 years, which really had nothing to do with Rob Layfield's X-Force.
I don't know about that. Not from what Liefeld's been saying online, but I don't know.
I'll take anything Liefeld says or does with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
he's very involved.
Grain of salt.
Okay, because he's very involved, it seems, with the movie-making process right now. They're going to him for a lot of consultation, and he's been actually in the room with the writers. He's been talking with them quite a bit. So I think that for as exaggerative as he can be, he does seem to be on the ground level.
But is he going to – but is – yes, he's at the ground level, but sometimes when you get consultants in, you're trying to get things, but it's not going to be his script.
Yeah.
And,
No.
and,
Well.
and it's not going to be his character selection.
Right.
It's not Foggy or Faggy, but we'll see. My money is on last 10 years.
Maybe just a respect thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely like Larry Hamill on the G.I. Joe movies, even though it didn't translate to anything.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be that bad, but it's not going to be like Stephen King working on consulting on one of his movies.
And frankly, I mean, X-Force, I don't think will even be happening until first. It sounds like there's going to be a Deadpool sequel for sure.
Yeah, they said they're already writing it, or it's half done, or mostly done.
And they've already revealed a couple things about it, which I will not say here, because again, you guys have not seen Deadpool, but it kind of is connected. So I won't say anything here.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people in the audience hasn't seen it either.
Yeah.
Actually, I would be, but who knows? Who cares?
Well,
I think I'll watch it.
Do we want to look at the issue?
Nah, let's just move on. Of course!
So,
what do you got?
As Pedro said, there were so many of these floating around. I probably have around like 10 of these at home. But again, it's the Shatterstar card. But again, this is basically... This to me is this is comics. Like, I remember going to Dragon's Den and buying this up when it came out. Again, it came bagged with a card. This one is Shatterstar. It was 5 different cards. The card in the background is just a promotion to get yourself an X-Force shirt.
Alan, please show the price tag.
This
was expensive. This was expensive for 1991.
$150.
Oh my God.
That was back when the cards were they were hot, man.
Exactly.
That was a high-end book. Oh, and I always loved that negative, the white UPC of Captain America, the negative, the negative image.
Pedro, it's funny you were talking about the black UPC. I don't think I've ever seen a copy of X-Force with the black UPC. So it's funny that they say this is the rare one.
Really? I found both of them easily. Was there a gold one or a third one? Do you know?
Yeah, gold one was second printing and would not bagged.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't get that. No, after my 25 copies, I think I had enough.
No, I got the second printing for sure. So, again, this is special because this thing has not touched air in 25 years.
Open it up.
It's going to smell like 1991.
I hope it crumbles into dust like an Egyptian tomb when you open it. Hey, stop. You don't cut the red. You cut above the red.
What
is wrong with you?
I am above the red.
Above the red. The red issue. No, you cut right into the red.
The book.
No, the book is fine. Book is fine.
Okay.
Oh,
you're killing me. You're killing the collector here.
Dude, this is not worth a thing once it's open.
It doesn't matter. You still need to present it.
All right, hold on. Oh boy,
you got the book there.
No, book is fine.
You got the dog.
It's like the Death of Superman. The issue of the Death of Superman. What was that? Superman 90?
75.
75. You're right.
You should know that.
I love that. I love the fact that you can go on eBay and people are trying to sell it for $20 to $100, but you go to a comic shop and you can get it for $5 or less.
Okay. In the words of Dame Drops talking about Five Guys when he was reviewing it, YouTube, I wish you could smell what I'm smelling right now.
Do you smell what the Allen is cooking?
Oh, that's got to smell.
I smell 1991.
Oh, I got to open one.
So first of all,
now Pedro wants one.
Let's look at the cards.
Oh, I got 25. I just got to find it. But I'm going to open one.
You got to find out what box full of them you have.
This is the Shatterstar card.
Dude, can you tilt it because the glare is?
Oh yeah, let me. How's that?
No, just tilt it.
Tilt it, dude. See what I'm doing with my fingers?
There you go. It's tilted.
Oh, there. Nice. Now bring it a little closer. A little closer.
There you go.
A little closer. A little closer. Too close. Back.
Back.
Now the back. What's great about the back is, if you remember, Pedro, this is how those Marvel 1990 cards looked in the back.
Yeah.
That's either Series 1 or Series 2 of the Marvel Universe cards.
Yep.
By Skybox.
So what's interesting is I wonder if the Deadpool cards are worth any more money now, the ones with the actual Deadpool cards. It's possible, but...
They made it. Did they have a Deadpool card in those series?
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I mean, in the back series they did here.
There was a Deadpool card in the back series.
For X-Force, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it'd be just the good guys, the members.
No, Deadpool was in there.
Go dig
Wow.
In fact, here's the cool thing. The Deadpool card was the second appearance of Deadpool since his first appearance in the number 98.
Oh,
he then appeared in X-Force number 2.
Wow, that is a. Oh, now I know how to sell it. At least I'll be able to sell those.
And on top of that, hold on, we're going to turn through this, but Deadpool was in fact even included here in the BIOS.
Wow, they were really trying to sell them.
They were.
God, that's so awful looking. Oh my God.
So, before we get to the comic, I want to show you this too. This is cool because this was the card basically allowing you to buy a shirt of each card if you wanted, whichever card you wanted.
That's strange.
That is the true collector's item. How many people sent out for that? How many of those exist in mint condition?
Yeah.
I know, because I didn't.
Oh, man, I should have done. Oh, my God. That's the collector's item right there.
I think the shirt's the collector's item, not that.
No, that's what I'm saying, the shirt.
Oh, yeah, without a because who the hell wants it?
In every single size, in every single card, in every single size.
Yeah, good luck fucking tracking that down.
Well, here's the funny thing, guys, and before we get to the comic, I was looking at eBay auctions today, and I happened to see an X-Force pillowcase.
Oh.
It was used, so it looked a little dirty, which is like, I don't know if I want that. But there was an X-Force pillowcase.
Wow.
So the comic itself, again, this is back before glossy pages, so, the pages were really...
newsprint, right?
Newsprint. And, check that out. Look at those cards.
Oh, there we go.
What is that? What is that we're talking
Marvel
about?
Universe. Series 2, yep.
Marvel Universe cards?
Yes.
What is that?
The second series.
Advertisement?
It's an advertisement for the cards, yeah.
Now, another shirt offer. There were shirts all over the place.
Wow, that's the shirt.
Nobody ever bought this stuff.
That's the classic image.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm getting nostalgic. The guy.
Pedro went into shitting all over it, and now he's like, oh, damn.
Now, here's what's interesting. And Pedro, you'll recognize this probably. Pedro, do you recognize what this shot is paying homage to?
X-Men, Uncanny X-Men #1.
Nope.
X-Men #1.
Not even X-Men.
Okay, raise it up a little bit.
Up, Alan, up.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Very dynamic, but I'm at a loss.
An issue of Teen Titans. I can't remember the issue number.
Nice.
The team was in that pose.
Let me see that.
Robin was in Cable's position. If you look it up online,
you know what? I didn't. You know what? I haven't read my. I was too young for the Titans books, and I never got into them until later. So I haven't read most of those, but I haven't even read the omnibuses yet. But very cool. Oh, good job. Well, he started drawing. One of the first books that he started drawing, I think, were Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Rob Layfield.
Just an example of the art.
Oh, this was the worst. This right here. Look at the. Okay, Alan, stay right there. The panel on the top panel on the right. If you look at that hand, what finger's what? Where's the thumb?
It's like a fucking spider, a tarantula.
Okay, and look how we drew the blood with little lines. This was classic Layfield. Oh my God.
And the hand is like is projectiling after it's getting cut off the wrist.
Yes.
See if there's anything else in here that might be. See, this is cool. I like the way they use this sideways thing. They would do this again in Spider-Man 16 and X-Force 3.
Yeah.
That's Strife.
Yeah, that's Strife.
With the
Cable's clone.
I think I had his #1 book, Strife #1.
Yep.
It's like a foil cover.
Yep.
Cool.
It's like one of the 10 comic books I had as a kid.
Now, I'm just going to see if I can find anything else in here that's memorable as far as showing you guys something.
Watching water boil right now.
Oh my God. And I'm telling you, the story arc was horrendous. I mean, the guy couldn't write. I mean,
do you guys remember Entertainment this month?
No.
Yes, I do. I ordered from them.
This was a catalog bill where basically they would send it out and they would be saying, highest possible recommendation, buy 10 copies. This is going to be the hottest thing on the planet. They would do this throughout the 90s.
They must have made a killing on me because I ordered. Since I went to the summers for Puerto Rico every year, and I wasn't sure about the comic store situation down there. And before I left, I placed this huge order for X-Men #1, all covers. And I remember I had to wait months when I got back to be able to get them, but I remember ordering those X-Men #1s from them, man.
And Pedro, as further proof that X-Men #1 came after this.
You're right.
Nice.
You were right.
Same year. It was the same year, right?
Same year, but later in the summer. And for you video game junkies, a Punisher Game Boy game.
Oh shit!
That must have been awful, because that must have been awful.
I never played that one. I don't remember.
And you don't hear anybody talk about it.
We need to get Kevin. Is Kevin watching?
Kevin, chime in. How does that smell? How does that smell?
It smells like Dragon's Den, dude. I'm back in Dragon's Den. I love it. I love it. I'm glad I opened this. Like I said, I have a number of them that are open, and a number of them that are sealed. It was nice to open one live. You know, it's cool.
You know, I opened my Death of Superman 75. It was the only copy that I had. I opened it carefully like you did. And it wasn't until about 10 years ago or less that I finally found another copy, again for $5, that I could keep sealed. There's no reason to keep it sealed, but there's something magical about it.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I mean, when I go to comic conventions, I see that people are still trying to sell it for like $25.
Yeah, I see that on eBay too. I'm telling you, you can find it for $5 or less, because there are people out there that are like, I've got all these comics. It doesn't have that value. It really doesn't. You know, what you're trying to do is you're basically putting out a bear trap and see which dumb bear is gonna step on it.
Yeah, it's like when you're on eBay and you see the $699 item that you could probably get for $100.
Yeah, you go to the right flea market, you go to the right show, or you wait for the right seller on eBay just to put it up.
Yeah. But yeah, that to me was special. I'm happy that we did that. It's like I said, you could say what you want about the era, but there was a time when we were, not kids necessarily, but it was an exciting time in comics, I think.
No,
it really was.
No, absolutely. I mean, I've got something old here, Marvel related, that I picked up last summer, and it's got to be the best thing about the 2003 Daredevil movie.
Oh yeah.
This is the Ben Affleck. This is the Toy Biz 12-inch Ben Affleck figure. It comes with 2 sets of billy clubs held together by string. This one's got a longer string so that he could do that. So he could do his classic flying modes.
Yep.
This one, they're shorter, so you could do more of a nunchuck. And then this is his one extended. That's like his walking stick. It's faux leather.
That's pretty. Man, that's pretty solid for.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely solid. It's not a bad head sculpt. I like the way working zipper.
They're usually not that good.
Working zipper. Okay. Nice belt, removable belt. Okay. I wish there was more articulation on the legs, but the boots aren't that bad. It's got a nice range of motion. I mean, look at all the details. Look at all the stitching.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is
Was that retail, like Toys R Us?
This was retail, yes.
Wow. I'm surprised.
You know what? I would say, you know what? I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that it was retail, especially for the price point, and because of the movie. Okay, but it's got tons of articulation. I mean, the feet don't have any articulation. But we do have articulation in the knees. He's got a swivel above the leg, so he's got a thigh swivel. He can do some poses. Look at that. That's not too bad for clothing. I would be careful. I want to be careful because I don't want to rip this. I think after a while I just won't touch it. I'm doing it for now, but he's got a good range of motion. Now, knees. He's got. Oh, look at this on the shoulder. He's got butterfly forward and back, up and down, around. Okay, the swivel on the hands. Okay, and he's got great head motion. It's mostly, let me see if I can get it right. It's mostly in the neck.
And this is 2003. This came out, right?
This 2003.
That's amazing.
Right. And you know what? You know what I love about this? No shirt. Look at that. He fights crime. All he needs is his jacket. All right. You know what? I picked it up, I think, for like $25. I'm pretty sure it was more when it came out.
Yeah.
And the Marvel Legends version of this figure is horrendous.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even up to Marvel Legends quality. Okay, but this guy is. I like this. The box that it comes with is pretty nice too.
I remember these. This was great. I like this.
Okay, it's a Marvel Select Studios. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it is Toy Biz. All right. It's held on by these pins, these plastic pins. Okay, I'm gonna try to get them back in there. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I like the box.
Yeah, the box is great.
I mean, look at it's a nice image here of the figure in the back and Ben Affleck. I always thought this could have been a good movie if it had a real director and a real script.
You just picked this up?
I'm sorry?
You just picked this up, or you've had it?
Oh, I've had it since last summer.
Oh, okay.
I picked it up at It's a Toy Store when I went down.
When I was with
you? No, afterwards, when I went to Atlantic City with the fam.
Oh, okay.
This is I really like this. I think this is a type of thing as a toy collector, as a Daredevil fan, and now as a Ben Affleck apologist. Okay.
Now that he's Batman.
That he's Batman, and he looks like he's gonna be a kick butt Batman. Okay. Speaking of which, I'm a little worried because people are already poo-pooing the screen tests for the audience screen tests for the Batman versus Superman movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, you could take this with a grain of salt. This happens all the time. They say one thing and something else happens. All right. I hope it isn't such a big deal. And I think one of the biggest hurdles for this Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan take on the DC universe is that it's a radical departure from the Marvel, so it's not a lighthearted affair. Okay, it's more grim and gritty. It has a more serious tone. I like it, and some other people like it, but I understand a lot of people, they want to be entertained in every single aspect, whether it's action, and they want to laugh.
What do they want, Adam West back?
It's what?
What do they want, Adam West back?
They want to have yucks. They want yucks. They want.
I like the dark and grittiness.
I like it too. I hope it's just people talking smack because that this is what they're predisposed to.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna see it, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to love it. It's got to be fucking retarded for me not to love it.
Listen.
But I'm going to be biased. I'm going to tell you that much.
Listen, sticking with Daredevil and gritty and such, you guys want to check out that new Daredevil trailer real quick?
Yes, please.
Now, oh man, the last few this gave me chills. All right.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out in March, right around Batman versus Superman.
Same day.
I don't think it's the same day. I think that was I think it's the same week, but it's not the same day.
Oh, I thought they said it was that same Friday, but okay.
Yeah, but those were haters. I looked it up again. I mean, look it up. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people were now. The other, you got backlash on one side and the backlash on the other side is these are anti-DC Warner Brother haters. But I think the dates are not exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
So what I'll do is I'm going to cue that up now, and I'll share the screen here, and we will go into it.
Yeah! Oh, how beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Full screen it.
One match. Two match.
Father, why do I still feel guilty? The guilt means your work is not yet finished. Downtown office thinks we got a new player in Hell's Kitchen.
You think?
What do they want?
DA's office says the shooter's independent. He's tracking gangs to their home turf and taking them out with military precision. With knowledge and hardware to take out half the city, Hell's Kitchen is about to explode. Bang.
Maybe we created him. All of us.
There's no connection.
We never stopped to think that Daredevil's actions could open the door for men like this.
How much longer before innocent people start getting caught as crossfire?
Blood is being shed. And you donated more than your fair share.
The city needs him.
I need to take care of the scum that killed my family. People don't have to die. You hit them and they get back up. I hit them and they stay down. Why are you doing this?
Because I think you're a half measure. I think you're a man who can't finish the job. I think that you're a coward. You know, you're one bad day away from being me.
Electra.
Hello, Matthew.
Oh, how awesome.
Dude,
How awesome.
the end of that trailer it's giving me chills every time I see it.
The whole trailer is just amazing. I loved what they do. I'm a little bit worried because if the whole season is just about Punisher, it could get a little dry. But you know what? I'm just putting it out there. But seriously, I have faith in these guys. They're gonna make it work.
I think so too.
I don't see how it would hurt. I mean,
it could hurt. It could. Oh yes, done badly in the hands of, let's say, the guy that directed Daredevil back in 2003. It would be horrible. It would be horrible. But again,
I think they do
not
well
with
with the TV
not
shows
with these-
nowadays, man.
not with these guys.
They really pick the right people doing these TV shows nowadays.
Look, they do, but it's still not every. There's still duds out there.
Yeah.
To get back to what we were saying, Alan, about the release dates, it was pure. It was pure hating on the Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman, whatever. Daredevil is going to drop March 18th at 12:01 a.m.
Okay.
Batman versus Superman is official release date is the 25th of March.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's the same week.
Right.
But not the same, which would be stupid for Daredevil, because because they would figure that a lot of people would go out, and vice versa. It wouldn't help either one.
But with Netflix, they drop it all in one day anyway. So
Exactly. It's on there regardless.
Yeah, it's on there regardless. Yeah. Absolutely, but I can't wait, man. They're doing a great job. I like the comic book shows from Netflix. I'm not crazy about the ones for network TV, the CW shows, CBS. I don't know about Supergirl, but I have a feeling I probably won't like it as much.
yeah, that looks bad.
Speaking of Supergirl, I did happen to watch the latest episode because it was based on Alan Moore's For the Man Who Has Everything.
Yes, which I am very, very angry about.
Did you watch the episode?
No. How can you do it for the man who has everything and not have it and not have Superman in it?
It was bad. I don't know how else to really describe it. I thought it was really bad. I definitely, they picked up a few cues here and there from the story for sure.
Yeah.
But I can imagine what Alan Moore would have thought of it if he saw it.
He won't watch it. He hates all that merchandising and all that cross promotion. He hates all that stuff. Look, I expect more from my TV shows, even if they're superheroes. Now, I have to admit, I've watched the first 4 episodes of Legends of Tomorrow, and I think it's the best one out there. You know why?
Yeah.
It's basically a sci-fi channel Star Trek-esque show. It's about these 7 or 8 characters on a spaceship traveling through time instead of
Powerful.
space. Okay? And you know what's great? No shitty side characters. All right? And supporting characters. No fucking Caitlyn. No Joe. I hate all these characters and no Patty. All right? I don't even, and the ones in Daredevil, you know, his mother. You don't have to deal with any of those. It's the heroes dealing with each other and then developing the characters, those characters only, and really good character development. Brandon Roth is a great actor, so he delivers his. So him as Ant-Man is actually pretty good. All right, the Atom, yeah. I like I didn't like Captain Cold. I thought he was really cheesy the way they had him in the Flash, but in this series it works. And what I like is that they basically just feed off each other instead of doing some superhero stuff and then having to deal with, oh, am I going to be late for my date? Oh, I got hurt, so now I can't show up to work.
Listen, Flash is campy. I mean, but it's still a good show.
Look,
I just take it for what it is, but I haven't watched Legends of Tomorrow yet. I haven't.
I strongly suggest it. And the thing about Flash is
and
that while
I'm
it
gonna
does,
miss Patty, okay, man. I'm gonna miss Patty.
Don't say anything. I don't know. I'm still like 7 episodes behind.
Oh,
I will say this.
He hasn't. I'll tell you that.
The comic book. I know she's actually very pretty. The comic book parts, the real comic book parts of Flash are tremendous and are must watch. Okay, I just saw the first fight between Flash and Zoom, which basically I had to watch 45 minutes of crap. All right, of just this character, all these characters in angst. It's just annoying. But when they got to that fight, oh my God, it was epic. What Zoom did to Flash was friggin' incredible. So I'm looking forward to check all the other ones out. I liked when they do the superhero stuff, but it's just I can't deal with the interaction with the sidekicks and particularly the non-superpower. But I gotta say this: I do like Ramon Sisco. Sisco's a good actor.
So yeah,
Sisco sells it. I think it's cheesy that he's basically created every non-superpowered meta.
The worst names, man. DC's got the worst names.
No, MetaHumans is pretty good because they can't use.
Yeah, but I mean, what they name each fucking guy is.
Well, dude, a lot of these come from the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Let's come up with some better shit for the 2000s, and you know.
Oh, what's wrong with
Captain Cold?
Captain Cold, but that's what he was. You know, and you take away. Yeah, it is, but you got to sell it.
Ra's al Ghul was awesome. I mean.
Well, he was 70s, and it's Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. I'm sorry.
I hated that. No, I hated that the movies, that the Nolan movies, and on the current media call him Ra's al Ghul. No, it's Ra's al Ghul. And watch the original Batman animated series. They pronounced it correctly, Ra's.
I did. I watched it every afternoon.
Yeah. So you know, but a lot of people don't. They think it's Raz.
It's been so long that I can't. Ra's al Ghul. You got me, man.
Ra's.
Like I told you, I've read maybe 20 comic books. That's a lot. I read.
You're not gonna know from reading the comic how to pronounce it.
That is true.
But from the original creators, Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams, it is Ra's al Ghul. Right, Alan?
It is Ra's al Ghul.
How'd you feel about the whole arc with him and Arrow?
You know what? I've only seen the first half of season 2. Oh. I do want to catch up with that at some point, but there's just too much good television out there for me right now. So so there's some things. Look, I've got my crappy shows that I like to watch that nobody else likes, but I do. I love Workaholics on Comedy Central. All right, I'll watch anything with 3 stoners, 3 bro stoners. Okay. I love Tosh.0, so I got a couple of the weekly stuff like that. But to get invested in a series, I don't like having cringeworthy moments because it makes it that much harder to binge watch or watch them back to back. With Daredevil, you don't have that problem. Daredevil, you don't want to do anything for the next how many episodes? 11 episodes for the next 11 hours. You don't want to do anything. Okay, it's overkill, but with shows like Arrow and Flash, I gotta take them a piece at a time.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, they are campy. I mean, it's the same. Like I like Agents of Shield and Carter. You know, those are
I heard actually those are not as campy. They don't have as much
not as bad.
superhero stuff.
Not as bad.
They're not as bad, but they don't have that superhero umph that you get from the others, because they do give you some really good superhero umph.
Yeah, I mean, they're good shows. I like them. I do think they're better than the DC shows.
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
But Alan, you wanted to cue up that other trailer since we're on trailers.
Yep. So this is the Suicide Squad TV spot number 2. You're just gonna go ahead and share me here.
Yeah, give it one second.
Oh, you can share me. Yeah, I can share you all you want.
Hold on, they got an ad going on here right now. So, okay, I'm ready when you are here.
Go ahead, load it up. Share your screen.
All right.
Put the screen on.
One sec. Everybody.
This
There
was
you go.
like a week ago, week and a
This is
half.
about a week ago.
Oh, I like it. Fast forward too. The fast forward version.
Yeah, what's going on? Why is there no audio?
And it's fast because it's fast forwarding.
That's weird because I have the audio.
We're watching a really fast version of it. Try it again. It might for me it went like that.
I'm gonna bring it up.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Give him one more shot.
Ready? Here we go.
I'm not even hearing it. It's because he's on his headset. So.
No, on my headset. Oh, it depends on my headset. The video came out.
Settings aren't set up.
Let me try it, Bill, because my download is faster. My upload, I mean, is faster.
Mine's good. Mine's going back.
You have a problem with me doing it? Is that it?
No, go ahead. You got it? You got it up?
No, I don't. If you got it up, go right ahead. I would have to look for it.
And the train has fallen off the tracks.
This is what happens when you're live.
This is no, that was for Mike. If Mike's still listening. From the barbecue.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Blitz Hanneman. One of the coolest last names in the world, the same as legendary Slayer guitarist Jeff Hanneman. Rest in peace.
So
I didn't even think of that.
This is the deal. You're going somewhere very bad to do something that'll get you killed.
Now that was
a teaser, like short one.
Right, it was a short one. Excuse me, but I like that you're able to see the characters.
Yeah.
A little more in depth there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Joker's going to be really good. I think he can be. I think he will be. I still hate the tattoos, so I hope he's clothed through most of it. And I don't have a problem with tattoos. I just think he's got some really corny ones.
Yeah, and tattoos aren't really the Joker style. That's the thing too. They're really just trying to New 52 him up and all, and whatever. We'll see.
Oh! Speaking of which, I do have 52 in news to share with the one or two person out there who is going to care about this. But I need to get this off my chest.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Okay. DC, in its infinite wisdom, okay, pun intended, has finally decided that, hey, we've been screwing up our books basically since 2006, basically since the end of the weekly 52 run, which was one of the greatest things they ever did. All right. After that weekly 52 run, Dan Didio really got in there and they screwed everything up. All right. Now, what wasn't screwed up? Were the books by Jeff Johns. Green Lantern and all the Green Lantern stories, which were just epic and instant classics, and then how he brought back Barry Allen. Not so much how he brought him back, but the backstory that he created for him that all the other media now has picked up on. And it's actually, after a few years of it of being unsure about the backstory that he created about the death of his mother, I'm really digging it. It really adds some gravitas to Barry Allen. He had nothing. He was Your typical 1950s, no real background. He just got a superpower. That's it. And one of the cool things that Jeff Johns said this himself, when Barry Allen's mother was killed supposedly by his father, his life slowed down. It's awesome because that's exactly what happens to a lot of people that go through some real traumatic experiences. Okay, and after that he was always slow and it was difficult, and so it's great that he became the Flash. Well, because the sales the sales I think have been slipping insanely at DC Comics. Their big event last year was not treated as a big event. It was handed to like a B or C team of writers, editors, creators, and it had some interesting ideas. Terrible execution. Went nowhere, and basically ended up saying, "Oh, there's no forget the fact that as old school DC fans, or like Alan and I, post-Crisis, post-86 DC fans, they got rid of all of our continuity, which I'm okay with. But the way they did it was way too abrupt and like that. They've been building a new 52 continuity for the last 5 years, and while I'm not crazy about everything about it. Some things are okay, but then they come out with this. They came out with a Convergence last year, and it basically undoes, or basically it brings back every single continuity that they've ever had. So now they made DC into one that was way too controlled, and this new forced 52 into a rudderless ship. Thankfully, looks like they've taken Jeff Johns off of all the TV projects, which I don't know why they really need him that much. What you need is good writing. You don't really need anyway. They took him off of that. They're going to take him off the Justice League book that he's been working on since the beginning of the New 52, and he is going to rebirth the DC universe. What does that mean? One of the greatest Green Lantern comebacks ever in stories was when he brought him back in Rebirth. This guy found an organic, awesome way of bringing back Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps into the height of awesomeness, no cheesiness. He brought the way he had. DC forced Barry Allen to come back. As a Wally West fan, not crazy about it, but they did it right. They did it well. And before these rebirths, he had done this to a lot of characters. I don't know if anybody's watching, and anybody's seen the new versions of Hawkman and Hawkgirl from the CW. But their origins, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but their origins in the CW is straight up Jeff Johns. And he wrote the episode of Justice League United that explains their whole rich history. Jeff Johns has a way of grabbing all the cheesy shit from the past, all the cool stuff from the 80s, and a slight modern sensibility, and give us an awesome composite of the character. I didn't read him, but I heard that that's what he did on his Aquaman run, which he did for 52.
So I'm a little confused about the whole rebirth thing. So you're saying that what he's doing is he's going to kind of have like an amalgam of sorts of each character?
He is going to, okay, now he's only writing a special and maybe a few other books. He's doing this basically as a capacity as an editor, as the managing editor of all the titles. What he is doing, the main theme, and this is what made post-crisis DC awesome. Instead, the theme of Crisis, the original Crisis, was let's get rid of all these multiple Earths and all these multiple versions of all the characters that's confusing, and that we use have as a crutch to basically throw away stories or tie up plot lines, and let's turn it into legacy. So now, not only is Jay Garrick, the original Flash from the 40s, he's not from Earth 2. This is the original first Flash that fought in World War II, okay? And he inspires Barry Allen to become the next generation's Flash. When Barry Allen dies in Crisis, and after 30 years, it's not really a spoiler, okay? The next generation, I didn't know that. The Teen Titan Wally West becomes the Flash. Legacy. When you take Batman, Okay, Batman, you can't have him. You're not going to have Batman all the way back in the 40s. But what you do is you have Batman, who's been on the scene for 10 years. Okay, and the legacy is in his family. His original Robin that he got as a kid, is now a college. Is now old enough to be in college and is Nightwing. Okay, he had another teenager, Jason Todd, but things went screwy and Jason Todd messed up and he dies. And then he's replaced by Tim Drake. This thing of legacy was very important and is what I loved about Marvel Comics. And I think, DC Comics, and I think Marvel has incorporated that a little bit, a lot of it. Okay, it's important to have legacy, and with doing the New 52, they scratched all that legacy. They got rid of it. So that great Jeff Johns JSA run, Jeff Johns JSA, okay, basically it started with Roy Thomas back in the late 70s, early 80s, doing All-Star Squadron and the Infinity Inc. I thought they were cheesy books because the costumes were terrible, so I never read them. But luckily, James Robinson, Jeff Johns, and a lot of modern writers, they read these and they recognized what they were. Legacy stories. Even though they took place on Earth 2, it was about, in Earth 2, the World War II characters being older and their children being superheroes and managing that. Okay? Then in the 90s, it got a major boost by James Robinson. Okay? He wrote this great, I don't remember the name of it, this great 4-part series.
Golden Age?
Golden Age. Okay? About the Golden Age heroes in World War II in a very realistic fashion. Awesome, fighting, going up against Hitler and his, and a Superman he had created. Fantastic. From there, he went to Starman, and in Starman was a really cheesy character that I always had his costume design from the 40s. But this is about Starman's son, not his first son, his second son, because his first son is tragically killed while on duty. And now you have this Gen Xer who's into collecting antiques and as an artist. Now he has to take on the mantle, but he decides to do it his way in a leather jacket, goggles, and even though he starts out going away, trying to separate himself from his father, the whole series was about how rich that Golden Age generation, that greatest generation, was and its influences. I'm real geeky about this stuff. I'm very passionate, and that's what I hope they're going to do, because that's what I didn't like. I didn't like about 52 that Flashpoint was too quick, and it seemed like it was just an instant reboot. Okay,
right.
And they took away that aspect of legacy. Now the Earth 2, Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, they're from another Earth. Okay, with completely different costumes, which is fine, but they're contemporaries. It's no longer legacy. And from what I understand, James Robinson did a great job. They did a great job on those stories, so I'm not knocking it, but I'm really happy that they're going to try. I don't know how it's going to be executed, because unfortunately, what I would love is if Jeff Johns could write every single book, but he can't.
Yeah,
so he's. Go right ahead.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds very vague, because I did read about this last week, and I was trying to understand from the interview with Jeff Johns exactly what's being done, and it sounds very, very vague.
It is vague, but if you're a Jeff Johns fan, who's I've read almost everything he did for DC up until 52. Okay, this man gets it. He gets it, at least for me. This guy knows what I want and how to update characters while still grasping on to the past. The problem isn't that these were horrible concepts or like Bill said, stupid names. You take that and you have to realize they were written for a particular audience and a particular time. They were written for small children in a particular time. But if you boil them down to their essences, there's great possibility for a good writer to come up with great stories. Okay? From what I read, from what I'm interpreting, this is to bring legacy back. How are they going to do it without doing a major reboot, which they claim they're not doing? Which, by the way, they claim that the Marvel Universe after Secret Wars wasn't a reboot. But let's be real. It's at least a soft reboot. I'm hoping for a soft reboot. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we get some kind of shared universe where you can come in as a new reader, which is what they always want to do, but you don't throw away the baby with the bathwater.
I find it ironic that Jeff Johns is involved with this, and you say that you really like Jeff Johns and he's hitting that sweet spot with Legacy. I feel, at least from my interaction reading his stuff, that Jeff Johns actually destroyed Legacy with DC, because they had Legacy going on with Wally West. He took that away and brought back Barry Allen. They had Legacy going on with Kyle Rayner. They took that away. They brought back Hal Jordan. I feel like Jeff Johns ruined Legacy in DC, and that was before New 52.
I think that's your bias. It's not. First of all, Jeff Johns didn't do that. That was because of the upcoming. They wanted to go back to the original characters. They needed baby boomers to recognize the characters for the film. And Jeff Johns didn't destroy that. Jeff Johns kept Kyle Rayner. Okay, Kyle Rayner didn't have much of a legacy. Kyle Rayner was there. He was the character that were telling stories. Wally West did have a legacy. Wally West was a legacy character. The way they got rid of Hal Jordan in the early 90s, the way they reintroduced and the way they introduced Kyle Rayner was abrupt. Okay, now they built they built a great following. I loved Kyle Rayner in the Justice League of America Grant Morrison run. Okay, and they did a lot of great things, but they needed to bring what they had done to Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps was so odious that they had to find a way of bringing them back. And no matter what, you got to look. The DC universe is those 1950s characters. You can modernize them. All right, so I could see why they had to bring back Hal Jordan, definitely, and they brought back Barry Allen. But just because they brought him back, they didn't destroy Legacy. Legacy doesn't stop Allen in Crisis or in 1991-92 when they introduced Kyle Rayner. The Legacy goes all the way back to Action Comics #1. All right, and some of the concepts before that. He manages to tie those things in. His run on JSA, all right, was one of the best ones, and that book was nothing.
I read it. I agree.
That book was all legacy.
I agree.
Okay, and the thing is that the way he does it, you don't get confused by older concepts. You don't have to, or older storylines. You don't have to go check up Wikipedia. You don't have to ask a nerd, or me. You don't have to. The way he does it, it works. What he did, and one of the best things he ever did, the man fixed Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and DC decided to undo it for some reason.
No, I know.
Now they're using his version of Hawkman and Hawkgirl in the CW shows, and like I said, they used it on Justice League Unlimited.
You make a good point, so maybe I should not be blaming Jeff Johns for what I said. Maybe it's Dan Didio, really, who went ahead and did that. But
yeah, it's more that they took those decisions, but he didn't take the legacy out of it. What happened was that they end up now ignoring those characters.
Yeah, and I think the Wally West ignorance is a crime. I mean, Kyle Rayner, all right, but Wally West to just destroy him essentially and have him not even involved.
It's basically push him to the side. And the other thing was that Barry Allen was not that deep of a character. He had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of problems, but he was a bit two-dimensional.
He was vanilla.
Vanilla. Dying in Crisis and the way he did it, what they did with him in Crisis, made him legendary. It gave him a position at DCU as that guy. As happens in life, sometimes you don't matter until you die. Okay, well, the Flash was a big character, part of the original Justice League. His death weighed and mattered more than anything else, and it was something that the characters could point back to, his sacrifice. And the fact that Flashes have to always are the ones that commit some kind of sacrifice in a crisis. Now, I also do get it. That was 30 years ago. Okay, that's a generation ago. You can mix it up. You can bring them back, and you can find ways of doing it. That's what happens. Marvel ended up doing that with Secret Wars. Okay, they can say whatever they want, but there's the Secret Wars that was released last summer. I love it. It's basically Marvel's Crisis.
Yeah.
Okay, but extremely well done. And I wish that's what Convergence was. So make a long story short, I hope they get. You know what? It's best for me that it's crap because I stopped buying comics. If it's good, I might pick some stuff up.
Yeah.
And they're dropping the price on all the $4 books to $2.99. It's going to be
That's pretty cool.
$2.99 across the board. Now,
Yeah,
I
that's good.
hope it doesn't mean that comic books then are now going to be 18 pages or less, because sometimes that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's my rant.
Was that your long story short?
That's my long story short, or my short story long.
I am always impressed, and as long as I've known Pedro, I have always been impressed by your depth of knowledge of the DC universe. I wish I knew you back when I was reading DC comics in college.
And I started out in all of the 80s, I was Marvel. Up until 91, 92, I was all Marvel, and then went. I did a change, but I saw where the trends were going. But whatever. But anyway, let's get back to something that I wanted to share with Alan. Okay, this is a new segment that I like to call, Can I Make Alan Buy This? Okay? He says, I'm gonna be choosy. I can't pick everything in the Masterpiece line. I want to pick and choose. The Masterpiece line is a pick and choose line to begin with. But that's okay. All right, friends, this is Ironhide. This is the Masterpiece M27 Ironhide, and it is a beauty. Okay?
He's shiny.
All right. It's red plastic, but it's got a beautiful, and I mean beautiful, gloss to it. It is a beautiful, like cherry red. I mean, seriously, I just want to lick it.
I could suck that like a lozenge.
Okay.
Is that the Takara?
Takara.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is the Takara release. Okay. It comes with. G1 fans will recognize this was a gun that came with his trailer. The G1 toy left a lot to be desired. Even for the standards of 1984, it was awful. But it came with this weapon, okay, which is kind of cool. It's now rendered in chrome. Actually, originally was rendered in chrome too. He comes with two of these guns, okay. It's got great articulation. All right, 90 degrees here. He's got a pivot on the ankle. It moves back. It moves. It hinge. It has a slight hinge.
I like
back and forward.
I like that these new modern Transformers are, they got that little ankle pivot.
Yes, the articulation and stuff is great. He's got ball jointed hip sockets, and it also has a hip swivel. Now, what's controversial about this figure is that
he's got flat tires as an ass.
Yes, that's the second one. He's got hip flaps.
Yes,
okay?
He does.
And his ass is his ass is a little too high, but this is his ass.
He's got an ass of a white woman.
I don't know. Some white women now are having nice asses. You have to go to Manhattan. Even
Pedro, something I want to ask you since you have this in hand. Something that I've been seeing in all the reviews that I've been looking at for this is it feels like the arms are too short. Is that the case, or you don't think so?
I don't know. You tell me.
See, there it looks okay.
Now, pull it back some, because you're right up on top.
We gotta get him back on screen. Yeah, see, there it looks better. Okay, it looks like.
I don't think it's. I'm gonna be honest with you. The last thing I noticed was that he was short.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that he was short. Great head articulation. Thank you, Bill. All right. Shoulders. And he's got an amazing transformation. It's actually not complicated. It's fairly simple, but it's very unique with great engineering.
Looks like the kid got a piece on him in there, huh?
Yeah. Look at that. He's got his diamond plating. A lot of people complain because it's not show accurate. To me, he looks great. This is his angry face. He comes with a couple of faces.
It's a Bill face.
That's his angry.
Yeah, this is his Bill face.
That's his Bill face.
This is his Bill face. Let me see if we can.
Prior to the podcast, that was my face.
Let's bust some Decepticoms.
Internet.
Alan, you'll like this. It comes with a backpack with removable flame bursts.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if you could put those on the end of one of the cannons or whatnot as well.
Not his,
No,
but
I
this.
mean someone in general.
I can't believe how that looks.
He sold them. He's buying it.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Okay, so I'm gonna put them down. Now they added an extra. There's an extra item here. It's an extra piece, and if you're one of those people that hates having a toy that has pieces that can't carry or attach in any mode, yeah, you might be annoyed. It might be a piece for a lot of people that's gonna stay in the box, but I love it. Okay, like I said, the original toy was really weak. It was the van, okay, and you basically the robot was the underside of the van, the front and the bottom of the van. The top you pulled off, and it would turn into a base. You open it up into a base. Well, this comes with the plastic base. Okay, this is what it would look like. It's just a piece of plastic. And underneath is his regular face, which is actually pretty nice.
That's literally just the face. You just put the face right on top of the other face.
No, you pull the other face out.
It goes from the top in.
Yeah.
Paying homage to the original toy, essentially.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
The original was like that?
Okay, this right here, these are all his accessories. This cannon comes off and attaches on the back where his jetpack attaches, all right?
That shiny chrome is gorgeous.
Okay.
So time out. What Alan just said, it's an homage to the original. Does that mean the original just had that face, or
it was a sticker? The original G1 toy, the face was like a sticker.
But it's not the same. It's not the same thing. Not this one. The homage is in cab mode. That is just he comes with two faceplates. What it is, he comes with two faceplates. He comes with a serious face and a screaming face.
Okay, I'm thinking about another feature, but yes.
Yeah, you're thinking about another. This one, they give you the option of having him mad as hell, not gonna take it face, and a serious face.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I attached here in one of the cartoons, he pops up a satellite.
Oh yes, I remember that.
And this thing actually comes with, I may have misplaced it.
What?
He comes with a cardboard cutout. He comes out with a cardboard cutout that you put in here, and it looks like the specs that he. And his inside on the inside of his windshield, and what it is, it's a graphic that looks like he's trying to getting its sonar from inside the art where the cave is in the cave when they were looking for the Dinobots, or they were looking for what was on the other, or maybe another one where they were looking at what was causing some tremors inside of the wall, which might have been the Dinobot episode as well.
Can I ask you a question about the?
No.
Okay. The masterpiece now. Why is Hasbro not keeping up with this stuff? I mean, Takara
because the Japanese are about legacy. The Japanese are about honor. The Japanese are about damn cool shit. Hasbro is about trying to make a quick buck on a grandmother, uncle, parent, on their way from their home to a birthday party. That's
it's a good analogy.
Okay.
Not enough of them over here.
Yeah, that's a sad reality. They're going to release the Takara Bumblebee at Toys R Us. Okay, but
I still haven't seen what's his name, Starscream.
No, I haven't seen him either.
He came and went.
Yeah, I mean.
Now, some of the extra accessories, I don't know if you remember Alan in a commercial where he shot like liquid, some kind of liquid from his fingers, like some kind of liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen. So you attach this hand, you hide away his hand. Let me make sure. Let's get this weapon off. I should be doing this right here. Okay, you open up the hand. You put it away. Okay, and then there you go.
Wow.
All right, that's not the only one it comes with because
that's a nice amount of extra accessories.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know he came with this.
He must have used an all red one in the comic because here's another one.
Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, he came with this one. I remember more. This one. This is for vacuuming. This is for vacuuming inside of Optimus Prime's cab.
Yep.
You
Okay.
gotta stay on the inside.
This also shot some liquid out. Folks, first, I just gotta say, the cherry finish on this plastic is gorgeous. Like I said,
What's the
it is
retail on that?
delicious. Look, with shipping,
Imported, yes, here.
imported, shipped. I shipped this by itself from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not doing big boxes anymore. I'm picking and choosing the stuff that I get. At some point, I'm gonna have to start reviewing some of this stuff back here. This was 107.
Did you get the coin?
Oh, yes, I paid $10 extra because of the coin.
I was thinking of doing that too, so I want to see the coin before I make that decision.
Oh, wait a minute. I have it right here. Here's my. It's with the coin.
Out of his chair.
With the coin, it's $99. Without the coin, it's $89.
And that's it?
Shipping was $7.49. But the way I look at it is, I could have waited for the pile of loot. But dude, if I had bought this at Toys R Us, shipping in here in New York is almost 9%. This is less. This is less. Okay, this is like 7% tax. I can live with that.
For shipping? That's not bad at all.
No. Oh, and it came FedEx, and it got delivered today. Okay, I bought it. I bought it on Tuesday. It's been out for a few weeks now, but I finally got the money together on Tuesday, and I bought it. And because it's FedEx, they deliver on Saturdays. I didn't have to wait till Monday.
Nice. Oh, there's a cardboard piece, right?
It's a cardboard piece. Yes, I collect these because why not?
Oh, that's not. Oh, okay, that's not what you were talking about.
The coin is inside.
The coin is inside. Yeah, let me see if I can open this without, because I like to keep these plastics also in pristine, and the stickers if I can. Why?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Why?
I'm the same way.
Because I need a hole in the head. Okay, but look how cute.
That is nice.
He's got his jetpack, his rocket pack in the back. I might actually put. I gotta get a whole bunch of Autobot stickers. I might actually get a sticker. Okay, this is and then it opens right here, and there is that beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
This is a metal coin.
Nice.
Now I never take these out. You can take them out.
Yeah, I don't either.
They're in here with plastic.
Is that only with Takara?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They don't come with the U.S. versions.
Yeah,
no way.
They'll fucking do anything good.
No way. They do it, but you get the option of buying it with this or without. It's $10 more. Sometimes what I do is sometimes I'll just get the figure and then I'll go later on eBay. Sometimes they'll sell. Look, you can sometimes get these for a few dollars cheaper on eBay, and of course you can get them for $3 or $4 more because you know how they are. All right.
Now is that outside of the box?
Yes, this is completely separate. Completely separate.
It's Pedro.
But just one thing, if you buy this cost me $10 more. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, because I see this happening a lot, and this has happened to me, when you buy it for cheaper than what it costs, or about the same price, they put it in in a bubble wrap envelope. So what you get when you finally get it, it's crap.
Yeah.
All right, but it's cheap. So I got a few. So it happened with a few of them, but for $8, I could complain to eBay, but it's $8.
I was going to say, Pedro, when I went to BotCon the last couple of times, I actually helped complete some of my collection of my coins because they were tables just selling them by themselves.
Oh yeah, because I think they end up. It seems like they end up just with tons of them.
Yep.
They end up with tons of them. But I like it's. Look, to me, this is a collector's line, so I want to have this.
I agree. Anytime I buy them for Hot Rod and Shockwave, which are coming up, I also order them with the coins.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, you got me convinced with this one. I just don't have the money yet for it, but you got me convinced it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful piece.
You know what, dude? These things haven't been selling out. These things, I think every single one is still basically available.
Yeah.
All right, for at least the ones from the last few years. So
You're
you
right.
have to get it. I didn't get it when it first launched about a month ago. I waited, but I wanted something new, and this guy's just to do a size comparison. I don't have anything official. Oh wait, here's him and Hound. Here's him with the third-party Hound. This is my precious. I love this guy. Love this guy. Okay, this guy's just incredible. But I love this guy too. This is
Wow.
with them. This is the height difference, and this is just like the cartoon.
Nice.
This is just like the cartoon. Okay. I don't have any other of my official masterpieces here.
I was gonna say if you had Prime, it would be nice to see him up against Prime.
No, I only have the the MPP 10.
Oh, yeah, that's
oversized
right.
Prime. So it's not going to be in scale. But that right there, I mean, why am I pointing it? You can't see it. This right here, I think, is a awesome toy.
It is. It's beautiful.
The plastic quality on this and it's way better than Trax. Not buying Trax, dude, was the right idea. If you're not committed to getting the whole line, Trax was very disappointing.
I've never been a fan of Trax anyway, except for the breakdancing episode. So I was like, didn't need him.
Oh, I love Trax. I love how condescending and how beautiful he thought he was. He was like a bigger narcissist than Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker was at least Sunstreaker got his hands dirty. He was always worried about his polish. But here he is with both guns blazing. Rawr! Rawr! And if you guys permit me, one more review.
One more.
Just one more. Oh, by the way, like all other Takara releases, it comes with a card. Unfortunately, it's cardboard. It's not hard plastic, but I like it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. Mega Bloks is doing it again. Mega Bloks has got me. I'm not going to go into it like I did with Call of Duty. Okay, but I want to show off my one gorgeous set of Ninja Turtles. These figures, the only piece of articulation they don't have, and I'm telling you, they even twist on at the ankles. Okay, they don't have pivot, but they twist. They don't have waist. That's the only thing, but they come completely apart. Those shells, die-cast.
Wow.
I mean,
die-cast.
Die-cast shells, yes. Okay.
From Mega Bloks?
Yes. Okay, die-cast. Okay, look at this Iron Man pose. I have an itty-bitty, and let me bring back Ironhide so you know what size we're talking about. Okay? These things have wrist, elbow, shoulder, head, and these are all ball joints. I don't know if you can see that right there. Look at that joint.
It's like the Call of Duty figures, right?
I think, yes.
Same articulation.
It's that same articulation, man.
They look better though.
They do look a million times better. I mean, this is straight. These are the what they call the classic, which is basically the original cartoon versions. Okay, all right. So these are cool. You can buy them individually, and they come like with a cool display stand. I think they retail about $10-15.
Wait,
look at that
per figure.
Because it comes with a display. That's how they do it. You'll see it.
Yeah, they're expensive, Bill.
It comes in a box because you come up with other pieces. Instead of just selling the little figure, they do have them blind bag, but those are the Nick ones. And I'm not interested in the Nick ones. But check it out. First of all, I forgot to tell you, this his belt is rubber.
Wow.
And it's got a place there for his swords or the Ninja Star, which I put there. Okay, this is rubber. Okay, check out Raphael with the perfectly molded ones for his size.
Nice.
All right. Okay, but the piece de resistance, and excuse my French, is a fully articulated Mega Blok. I know the lighting here is not great; it's too bright. Krang with Android. This thing is a beast.
That thing is nice.
Look at this. Weep, 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 weep. Okay.
And he comes with 2 turtles, right?
He comes with the 2 turtles I just showed you.
Yeah.
This is just one set. I think for now I'm just going to stick to this one set. Comes with a billboard that he's broken off, and now he's batting the Ninja Turtles with. Okay. No glass here, which is unfortunate, but with a rubber Krang, a hard rubber too. I think he's solid in the middle, but this is rubbery. Okay,
wow.
Look at that detail. Okay, he fits in here. The straps on his overall rubber as well. They remove. The head only does a 360, but whatever. Okay, look at those biceps. Now, I'm not crazy.
Popeye arms.
Now, the way they built these pieces is not the greatest. I don't know if you noticed, but the hand is at an angle. It's not flush, so you don't get the full bull socket rotation on it, and his arm doesn't go straight because he's just got he's got too many muscles, or the way they built this piece. But it doesn't matter because he's just bananas. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This guy can. Look at the splits. It's like it's like
very acrobatic.
I'm ready for blood sport.
Has Mega Bloks made anything like this before?
What do you mean?
In terms of having a figure this size, this articulated in any of their lines?
Yes, and they're not that good. They had the Marvel license 10 years ago or so.
Oh, okay.
And they're not. And they had the Marvel license, so they did Iron Man. Around the time, I guess 2008, they had done Iron Man. They did a few Spider-Man. I've seen them, but they've perfected how they make these.
Getting better every year.
Yeah, yeah. And this, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna pick. Okay, the plan is, I can't. I'm going to pick up. I'm gonna pick up all the individual turtles again, the classic ones, including these two that I have because of the display spaces. The display bases are hot and they all connect, and they come with comic book panels that are held up by sewer piping.
Nice.
And it looks hot, and it tells a story from one end to the other, from right to left.
That's cool.
Okay, and then what's even better, the classic Rocksteady and Bebop each come with 3 or 4 original foot soldiers.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and they also have a nice display, and they really make for a really nice display. I want to get all those. They're going to retail between 10 and 15, so to be about $100. I'm not in any rush. And I'm not interested right now. I'm not interested in the Nickelodeon versions. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I just want to keep it as limited as possible.
Gotta wait till they go on clearance.
I love these. I'm not gonna wait because I'm never. The stuff I wait for clearance never goes on clearance, and the stuff that I don't wait does.
I agree.
Okay, but I love me a Krang Android. I have, and I should have brought it with me. I have the original 5-inch Krang Android with Krang, and I have the 10-inch one. All right, I even have the box for it.
You don't have the third-party one, right? The one that I'm getting?
No, I do want that, but that's not happening anytime soon. The Transformers that I want to get before I get that. I mean, I would love that for my little Krang, army. For my Krang display, I would love that third party. But I'm going to wait on that.
Yeah, since we last talked about it, I did end up pre-ordering it from TF Source. I can always cancel it, but for now, it looks beautiful.
Oh, and one last thing. Sorry, Bill. This comes with a pizza stand.
That is awesome.
I don't know if I can get the lighting. Let me see if I cover it. Yeah, there we go. New York, baby.
Nice.
New York, baby.
Oh, wow.
And check it out.
The door's open.
The door's open. And not only that, of course I opened the wrong side.
Little slice of pizza.
It's got a slice of pizza, a slice of pepperoni that has a peg hole in the back.
Nice.
All right, and
that is nice.
All right. I don't know how you fit a whole pie of this in here. Let me show you.
The box
the scale is a little bit off. If I can get my sausage fingers out of the way. The scale's a little bit off.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but you gotta have it. You gotta have it. Now, I wish there were pizza stands in New York. I gotta say.
I know, right? That's a lost art.
I wish there were pizza stands, but maybe it's best there isn't. Who knows? But this.
It's
a great set for $35. It's not bad.
I just want to go back to Transformers for a minute because something that happened this week that was really, really cool. I can't say too much about it just because I'm not allowed to say too much about it, but at my office, we ended up doing a photo shoot of vintage Transformer toys. And we had to do it for a book that's coming out, and they were brought in from a coworker's husband. It was basically his collection. I have a picture of the Optimus Prime that I was able that I was told I would have the honor of transforming.
Wow.
To share my screen and bring it up. So this thing looks dead mint, and it is dead mint.
Oh yeah.
This came in an original box. So the original box I was not able to get a picture of, but the original box looked like it was taken off the rack of Child World yesterday.
Wow.
Good old Child World.
Let me tell you what's got me all excited. That styrofoam.
The styrofoam, dude, is perfect.
Oh my God, that styrofoam is gorgeous.
Perfect.
Without 5,000 twist ties around it.
Yeah, no twist ties. And so in the baggie that you'll see up there, up the top right, that contains all of the pieces of roller and other things still on their trees. They were not taken off. Wow. The decals were not applied. The decals are on their original sheet. I think this might have been the first. What's that?
And he pulled this out to be photoed?
He pulled this out of his collection to be photoed. He was basically, his wife is essentially the design director of the company. And he's a big toy fan, and she basically said, look, we want to take pictures. Can I borrow your collection? And so he brought a few in. He brought in Soundwave, Blaster, Bumblebee. This is the only one he brought in that looked dead mint, that was in the box, that was just pristine. So when I transformed this thing, I was nervous as shit because I thought I was going to break it. It was that stiff. It was stiffer than a John's penis. I don't know how else to say it. It was just, wow. I don't know how else to say it.
Wow.
It was like the legs, the arms, everything. And what really was the trouble for me was opening the trailer. The trailer was practically welded shut.
Oh my God, I could imagine. Woo,
but when you open that trailer, dude, everything inside was like shiny and new.
Wow.
It looks super clean.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So when the book does come out that's going to have this, I'll let you guys know. It's going to be something.
Nice.
But so this is like one of the little things that, like a little perk that I was able to deal with this week.
That book is going to deal with a whole bunch of different subject matter, not just toys, right?
Mostly 80s stuff, mostly cartoon related.
Okay, so it's going to be cartoon related. Okay, but when you say 80s stuff, it's not going to be about DeLoreans,
no.
Miami Vice.
No. Cartoons of the 80s, stuff like that.
Pastel-colored suits.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a book that's a book I'd want to get.
So yeah, I thought that was cool. I had a lot of fun with it. It was an honor to really be able to do that this week.
Dude, that's living the dream, man. That's awesome to have to deal with that at work. Oh my God.
And it's rare, it isn't really often that kind of thing happens. It's but when it does happen, it's pretty special.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm done. I hate to say that, but I'm done.
Well, you had a marathon today, man. You had some good what's the word I'm looking for? Good stories.
Input? No, not input. You're right. Good.
Good stories.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been fun. And I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you guys. When I was back in the 80s, when I was a kid, before I became a preteen, or even when I was a teenager, I never would have thought that this stuff would have taken over the world. That we'd be getting a superhero movie every 2-3 months. That this is part of the overall world culture. Pop culture. I was, this was more of my own thing. I mean, a lot of my friends were into this kind of stuff too. A lot of us were, but it was mostly just guys, just a few of us guys, and it was the type of thing you were expected to grow out of. But I knew I was never going to grow up. I was always going to stay a Toys R Us kid.
I think what it really comes down to is that everybody who was our age grew up and professionally now put this all out there. So all the pop culture stuff that's out there now, all the movies of today and all the things from when we were kids, it's being put out by people our age.
Yes, and that's basically our age and baby boomers.
Yeah.
The baby boomers are the ones financing it. They're the ones with the money, okay? And you just need a few of them, okay? And with enough cash that they finance the guys in our age who do all the writing and the new kids who do all the acting.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I think it's going to continue this course. I mean, I think that, you know, a few years from now, the kids from the 90s are going to start making things that are 90s related.
Yeah, I got to admit, I am not happy that they're doing a full-fledged official Power Rangers.
Forward to Power Rangers.
And it's getting like serious consideration. I mean, it's getting a serious script. It looks like they're getting real actors. I'm like, oh, but you know what? My nephew, my 3-year-old nephew, you put on an episode or two, he'll watch it. He's just mesmerized. You know, and that's just, you know, hey, I'm just happy I had what I had when I had it.
I know you said you're done, man, but can we not talk about the Hot Toys life-sized armored Batman?
That's why I wanted to be done. You don't understand. Yes, it is. I don't know too much about it. But I saw it and I'm like, this thing is ridiculous. It is gorgeous. It's got incredible detailing. I don't know if it has articulations. I don't know if it has articulation or not.
That I'm not sure. I got it open right now. It's on the screen here.
And it's not as much as I thought it. You know why I don't think? Because it doesn't cost as much as I thought it would.
$8,000 ain't enough.
That's not enough, I guess. Yeah.
It's probably a fabric cape, a circular base with light up function. That doesn't say if it's, unless I'm missing it here. Doesn't say if it's got articulation at all.
No, I don't think so. I think it's got to be. It can't.
Yeah.
It's got to be a standee.
It's just a statue, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way that thing could be an articulated thing.
Even so, for a statue life size like that, I mean,
it's beautiful.
Looks like Ben Affleck's lower jaw there.
Well, it must be.
It really does.
For this, so yeah.
And they said the cape is cloth, which is cool. I wonder if the belt has some cloth to it as well.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they're doing, you know, these life-size, same with like Gentle Giant. Just the fact they do the life-size things, you know, statues and figures and.
Gentle Giant does life-size vintage Star Wars figures.
Right, exactly. They did the Boba Fett.
Yep, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, with those, but those are way simpler.
Yeah,
they are.
This is way more detailed.
And those were articulated.
And you look here, you look at the scratches and gashes in the armor.
Yeah.
Which adds some flavor to it. I know.
Yeah.
I had to add this to the thing just for Pedro, to the notes.
Nice. It is a gorgeous piece. Like I told you, I want every single Batman, Superman, and most Wonder Woman releases for the Batman Superman versus Superman movie. So now I'm trying to really figure out what is it that I want and what I don't need.
Yeah.
Because even like we saw last week, which actually I've got a few. I wanted to do this at the beginning. I forgot. I've got a few corrections to make on some of the stuff that we discussed last week. But even the DC Collectibles has a high-end movie line, 6-inch, 7-inch movie line that they're $40 a piece. Ridiculous. A couple of things. Hasbro is releasing for this new Titans Return. They're not making every single G1 headmaster, but they're making almost all of the actual heads. So they're going to be single carded with some little vehicle they can pop in, and then you'll be able to put it on the other Titan Return headmasters. But I don't think they're going to make the whole body for it. They're going to release, since they're releasing it as a one-shot head with a little vehicle. I doubt they're going to do it. So if there's a headmaster that you're waiting for, and they make just the head for it, they're probably not going to do the whole robot.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean third party may not try to take advantage. Don't know. The other thing was that That is definitely a. I'm hearing more that it is a retool of Metroplex. I'm looking, it looks different, but it's heavily, heavily retooled. Like they might have taken the skeleton of it, but they really built around it. They did a lot.
It
They
looks
did
like it did.
I agree. It looks different enough for sure.
Yeah.
A lot bulkier.
Yeah.
And there was something else. I just can't remember, but it was definitely something else. But that's it. That was the biggest. Oh, Scourge. Scourge is not a trigger bot. Which means that his gun, all he is that he comes with a gun that transforms into a robot. He's also a headmaster. That's why he looks a little awkward, because a Scourge should have a rounded head, or normal-looking head, okay? And because of the headmaster function, he's got the sculpt in the front is the normal Scourge round, but the back is squared off, so it looks a little weird. But
Yeah.
whatever. I still want it. But that was basically it.
Now I just seen this last week. I just wanted to ask you, Pedro. It's what is his name here? The Fan Toys Mercenary. Have you
sorry.
seen it?
Yeah, do me 1 second. I am sorry. It's a trigger master, not a trigger bot. Those trigger bots were different.
No, Target Master.
Target master, of course, they were all masters. But I'm sorry. Go back.
Mike, our friend Michael Blitz actually put that correction out there, and I was
Well,
thinking
I saw it before you.
You did, and I actually was also thinking, wait, I don't remember it being called Trigger Master, but yeah, it is Target Master. So, yep.
Thank you, Michael.
So, thank you. Yes. I want to bring this up with you since you're the king of third party here. I believe this is third party. Yes, it's the Fan Toys Mercenary. Have you seen this yet?
What's the mercenary based on?
What's it based on? What's it supposed to be?
You don't see it on my screen?
No.
No, we just see you right now. Are you the Fan Toys Mercenary?
You look great. I like the beard and the.
I got you. I see. Technical difficulties again.
Yes. The Fans Toys Insecticons are gorgeous. All right, and they're better. They're priced reasonably. I think they're like $60, maybe a little bit more, but they're under 80. Okay, and they've got. I'm pretty sure they'll have die cast at least in their feet. They got nice chrome, but that's gorgeous. That is G1 beautiful.
Yeah, super clean. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I'm holding off on those for a while, but it does help because the problem is that most Transformers that are produced are Autobots. All right, Takara does almost exclusively Autobots. All right, and even when they make a Decepticon, they take an Autobot mold and they tell you, no, it's a Decepticon. All right. So what's great about these guys is that if you really want to bulk up your ranks of your masterpiece Transformers, Decepticons in particular, it's a great one. At some point, I'd like to get it, but because it's not one of my all-time favorite ones. It's a small one. It's not an Ironhide.
Right.
Or that Hound that I got. But it is really nice.
Yeah, and here it is with the G1.
Yeah.
I like how they got the same rounded shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a great job in keeping it close to the original toy, but giving you the robot that's got that cartoon aesthetic.
Right.
That's not even the original G1 toy. That's a different. I think it's a Generations.
Oh, that is Generations. No, wait a minute. No. That's G1.
Not G1.
G1. Look at the chest. It's for Diaclone, dude. The chest opens for Diaclone. That is G1. Look at the gun that he comes with. Yeah, no articulation in the arms.
Yeah.
That's weird because I have Shrap. I don't remember him looking like that, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's Takara.
That says, look at the chest with that plastic. Unless it's some other third party, I'm pretty sure that is the original.
All right.
Now the guy may have. Oh yeah, look at the wear and tear on the chrome.
Yeah, that's what gave.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit. He actually looks better than what we thought he looked like.
I like the art. The art's basic, but it does the job. The art to the packaging.
Yeah.
And again, this is U.NEM Studios pictures here.
That's great job.
I've got him out because he does amazing pictures.
The next Fan Toys item I'm getting is Sovereign. That's Galvatron. I can't wait for that one.
Okay, so that was him, and I don't know. I did want to show you the Starscream. I know we had spoke about Starscream with the what is it? The Devastation game, the look, the custom.
Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
that animated look that they gave to it on the Devastation game.
Yeah. Now here's here's the one that was done by LEK. I know we had spoke about another one you had seen, but this is the one by LEK.
Yeah, it might be the same one, or maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, that's gorgeous.
That
I
is
mean,
beautiful.
you know what it looks like? It looks like the Roger Rabbit effect. It looks like it's a cartoon taking three-dimensional form in our real world. That's
Yeah.
how great that those paint apps are.
Yeah. And he did that, and he just put this one out. I
Where
guess.
can the people only hearing this find this?
LEK Customs on Facebook.
LEK
LEK.
Lek.
Yep. That's his page on Facebook, and you could see all the stuff he's done. He's done Optimus. I think he did the MPP-10, right? Was it? I thought it was MP10, but I think it was the one. I think he said it was the one you showed on.
Oh, if it's the one that I have, then that's MPP10. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's done Soundwave, Rodimus, right? Rodimus, or yeah, it was Rodimus last time. I don't remember exactly which ones he did, but
He's done a lot of them. He's done quite a few of them. The Soundwave.
Soundwave was one of the better ones, and Optimus, and here's a here you go. Here he did yeah, what was that?
Your mama.
So here's a picture of all of them on a cartoon backdrop. So it's pretty cool. I just wanted to show you that. I know we had spoke about it in the past.
Nice.
And that's it. What else is going on? Anything else?
I was hoping if there's one more. I found another guy that does that photography, and I forgot to friend you in it. So maybe we can show it the next time when I find it. But there's another guy that does photography. Just has a page where it's just Transformers and a Masterpiece third party, and I think and other Transformers as well. And he does great photography. I gotta see if I can find that, but I can't find it right now. But when I do find it, I will tag you. I will tag you in it.
Right.
I think I found it. Hold on a second. I think he's LAP.
LEK.
No, this is another guy.
Oh.
Let me see if it's not the same. You know what? It's nowhere near as LK. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I must have been imagining things, or maybe it was better looking when I saw it. You had a better selection of pictures, or maybe it's somebody else. Whatever. All right, fellas. Anything else on the agenda here?
No, just I don't know about Alan if he had anything.
No, I mean, I myself am. I've not been feeling well tonight, unfortunately, so I'm probably. I myself am a little bit tuckered out too. So, yeah, I think this will probably do it till next time.
All right. So once again, we want to invite everybody to see us. At least Bill and I. Alan is in San Fran. At the Far Side Custom Toys Convention, Saturday, March 26th. It's going to run between 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. So all those people that don't like to wake up early, you don't have to. Okay, we're going to be celebrating action figure customs, all different type of hobby groups. There'll be comics, toys, because to build a custom, you need a base, and the base is toys. So there will be toy sellers there. There will be comic sellers. If you're into cosplay and children, what's the age on the children, Bill?
I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's.
But if you got youngums are free.
Yeah, but any kids could come, but you just got to be accompanied by an adult. That's all.
And they just shouldn't be watching Daredevil.
Yes, please, please, adults with children, please. Okay. We do have a major piece of news to break on this. If I don't know if maybe we broke it already. No.
No, we didn't.
Okay. If anybody's familiar with conventions in the New York tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, Long Island, in the last 20, 30, 40 years, okay? And anybody who watches comic book men would be should be familiar with their resident toy guru, who is
Robert Bruce.
Robert Bruce. He will have a table at the show, and he will be at the show. You can come, get an autograph, buy some stuff from him. There's a possibility of a panel with him.
Word is
But
he wants to do a
but
panel.
he and we will definitely ask for an autograph.
Yep. He wants
Okay.
to do a panel apparently with the guests. So
With the guest Digger Mesh, I think Brimstone. I don't know what he's going to bring to the panel, but hey, why not?
Angel Forge.
Angel Forge will be there with their store. Okay, that's the other thing too. If you guys are into customizing and you know what a pain in the butt it is that you send a PayPal payment immediately and it takes forever to get those pieces, because it's not easy to do. These guys work hard and they've got a lot and to make these pieces and to ship it all out. So let's cut them a little slack, but they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. Come and just pick up the stuff from the tackle boxes, and boom, you'll be set for customizing for the next few months.
Yeah.
Whoops! What did I do? What did I say?
What'd you lose? What'd you lose the?
No, Mike says whoops, Pedro. I said something.
All right. Well,
Oh, I did something. Wait, did my fly become undone? Oh no, you can't see my fly. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun, guys. It's been a lot of fun, folks. Please reach me at Facebook at Plastic in the Attic. Feel free to post or PM me. You have any questions on? I have a lot of useless knowledge in my head, and if you're interested in useless knowledge, okay, I can't do Pokemon, I can't do Power Rangers, but I can do most other things. You can reach me there.
check out our website. You get the podcast and other things. theplasticempire.com. You could email us at tpe@theplasticempire.com. The podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, any application out there that plays podcasts. You could search us on there and you'll find us. And
please share this with anybody and everybody you know. Absolutely everybody. It doesn't care if they're not into it or not.
shares are better than likes. That's what I always say.
Exactly. Don't share it with your boss. All right. And if you're trying to hide the fact that you collect to a girlfriend and or boyfriend, don't share it with them either.
Yeah.
So, all right. With that, we'll wrap it up.
It's been a pleasure, fellas.
Well, certainly was. Till next time.
From the East Coast to the West Coast. Out.
Peace.
Not all.
Peace.
Peace.